I don't know about you guys, but I'm done with 2020 and I'm so ready for 2021. So time to plan my beginning spreads. Grab your notebook and let's go. Hey people, it's Temi if you're new here, and the notebook I'll be using for the first half of 2020 is from Notebook Therapy. So they come in this white box with gold design, and on the inside, are you ready guys? Here is a brand new design and color. It actually hasn't been released yet, so this is somewhat of an exclusive. Here it is. It's the white moonflower design, and it's this beautiful vegan leather with the gold design on the cover and on the spine. And guys, look at this edge. So not only is it this beautiful gold, it's also got the floral etching. So beautiful. I'll link the black version of this notebook below, but this one won't be released till 1st of December. So depending on when you watch this, I'll add the link after it's available. If you want to grab this or anything else from the Notebook Therapy website, this Black Friday weekend, they've actually got 20% off, so take advantage of that. But if you're watching from the future, don't worry, you can still get 10% off with Temi journals. And finally, they do free international shipping. So for anyone in the UK or anywhere else around the world, you feel the pain of customs charges and shipping costs, so this is such a bonus. Okay, so let's go. Ooh. Before I forget, Notebook Therapy always have a free gift in the back, so don't forget to check the back pocket for your free gift. And now it's time to plan. So the first thing you do is to write your name, and it is so exciting but also so nerve-wracking. You know, it's a brand new notebook, and tell me if you can relate, but I'm just excited to see what I'll produce in this notebook. And if it's your first time bullet journaling, don't be scared to make mistakes. I can completely relate to that kind of fear, but there's so many ways to fix mistakes in your bullet journal. At the end of the day, your bullet journal is not meant to be perfect, so don't be discouraged by perfect looking bullet journals online. You don't know how many pages they ripped out of that journal. Okay, so time to finally begin. Starting with the title page, so I'm just going for a simple 2021 text on the left. And I use the font called Vogue from defont.com, and it's this simple, elegant kind of font. It's probably my new favorite font, but I'll link it down below if you want to find it too. And I'm just sketching 2021 in pencil. I started by drawing a rectangle split into 4 sections for where each number would go roughly. Next, I'm going to outline it using this gold pen. This is the Pentel 1mm hybrid gel pen, and all my materials will be linked down below as usual. So for this setup, I wanted to follow the vibe of the notebook cover, so I'm thinking along the lines of gold and some floral designs, just to match the beautiful cover. So after outlining, I'm filling the 2021 text, and I do like how it looks, but we want to take this a step further. So I'm going to use this metallic paint, it's metallic watercolor paint, and I'm just going to use it to add extra shine. So the brush I'm using today is a water-filled brush, and it's great because you don't need to have water on the side, so it's a lot less messy. I do wish I had a smaller, finer brush, so if you've got one, definitely use it. But if you don't, we should be able to clean up the edges later. Look how nice and shiny the text looks now. I just love this metallic watercolor paint, and using the pen as a base means I don't need to use as much watercolor for it to come out so opaque. Okay, so now for the flowers. So I'm actually going to be printing them on sticker paper, and this is a thermal printer by Famimo. So it comes in this small box with an instruction manual, and here's what the printer looks like. So it has a charging port on one side and a button to turn it on. If you push the latch, then it opens up where you put the paper in, and I've got a few different types of paper. So I've got translucent paper and the opaque paper, but for today I'll be using the opaque paper. So you guys know I love art and I love drawing in my bullet journal, but I also love quick ways of achieving the artistic look. And using stickers just makes it so much more accessible. So for you guys that don't have the time to draw, or if you feel like you're not good at drawing, this is a great alternative. So I'll leave a link to these printers down below. They've also got a few different colors. If you would like a discount, I've got an affiliate code TEMI10 that will get you 10% off. Okay, so to actually use the printer, you can get the free app from the App Store, and it's so simple to connect your printer to it. Make sure your printer is turned on. So on the app, there are a few templates you can choose from. There's some fun to-do lists, some frames, but I'm going to go into the graphic tab at the bottom. And just scrolling through, they have quite a few intricate designs, but I'm looking for some flowers. So I like the look of this one, so I'm going to print it, and I'm going to print it in the 3 different sizes. I just want to see what the differences are. Here's what it looks like going from fine on the left to thick on the right. And I'm not going to lie, I think thick looks a lot better. It just seems to fill the lines really well. Okay, so looking through the app, I can see a few other flower designs, but I need some more. So I'm going to head to Google and Pinterest for some more. And I've just searched flower line drawings, and I'm saving the different ones that I like the look of. Okay, now so back to the app. You can easily upload pictures, and then you can resize and edit in the app. With the edit, I found that turning the brightness down and the contrast up made the lines stand out even more. And in the filters tab, I found this really cool design where you can have it inverted. So I'm definitely going to print a few of these flower pictures with this inverted black and white as well. And it's worth mentioning that it only prints in black and white, but this is fine for the design I'm going for today. And of course you can use a regular printer, but you'll soon see how handy these sticker backs are. It makes creating spreads so much quicker. And I'm just going to show you how quickly it prints. So this is in real time, and you see that it prints it so quickly. Now here are all my prints from today. Let's get back to the cover page. Now I'm just thinking about the placements of the stickers. So I'm just quickly cutting around the stickers with scissors. And I find that after you cut around them, it's much harder to peel the back. But what I do is I take this blade thing and I almost scratch the back, so I'm careful not to make holes. And then it makes it a lot easier to peel the back. So if you're young, be very careful with that and make sure you get an adult to help you. The adhesive is very good, and after adding the second sticker, I'm just adding some doodles of some of the leaves, and that's it. Here's my cute arty cover page. Now for the key. So I want to do something arty but also simple and elegant. So I'm writing key using the gold pen and in this elongated cursive. I'm just going to map out where I want the text to go, and I'll map it out in pencil first, and then I'll use a fine liner for the outline. Then I'm going to fill it in with the acrylographs, and guys, oh my gosh, the layering capabilities of the acrylograph is just amazing. You cannot see the text through, it's just incredible. And the black acrylograph only comes in the primary set, so I'll link that down below. So I'm just finishing off this title by adding some more of the elongated key, and that's it for the title. And for the actual symbols, so they're pretty similar to the ones used in the main bullet journaling system. I have, however, included an open circle for social media posts and a rectangle for YouTube posts, so that I can differentiate those from regular tasks. That's it for my cover page. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I really love how the gold makes it so much more elegant, and the stickers brings an arty mix. Okay, so now for the grid spacing spread. So the first thing I'm doing is to number the dots on the page horizontally and vertically. And I'm trying to figure out how many dots I need to split my page into halves, thirds, quarters, and so on. So I'm going to save time by using this spread that I made for my little sister's bullet journal setup, and it has all the dots and all the calculations, so I don't need to recount it. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below. I did a more minimal setup for my little sister, so if this is a little bit too arty for you, definitely take a look at that video. Now for the title, I'm doing the exact same text effect, so I'm writing grid spacing in the stretched cursive, and then I'm writing over the top using my absolutely favourite calligraphy pen. So this is the Sepia Japanese material pen, and I talk about it in all my videos. I absolutely love this pen. It makes brush lettering and calligraphy so easy. But I notice I can see some of the gold through, so I'm just going to use the acrylograph pen. Best pen for layering. And I'm just going to go over some of the areas so that you can't see any gold through. Now for the other side of the page. So I like to go a step further with my grid spacing. I find that there's some spreads in my bullet journal that I do every single month and it has the exact same layout. So the only thing that really changes is the art that I put on the page. So these spreads are the habit tracker, my gratitude log, and the 4 main weekly layouts that I do. For the habit tracker, I mostly go for this layout with 6 squares on the page for the 6 different habits that I'm tracking. For the gratitude log, I always have this area in the middle where I leave space to write the daily gratitude points. And for the weeklies, these are the layouts that I go for. So I've got the square layout. It's my favorite because it just seems to give you the most amount of space. And then I've also got the vertical layout, the horizontal, and this more circular freestyle kind of layout. So I'm also just looking at previous spreads that I've made and I'm counting how many dots that I typically use. And I'm putting it all in this spread so that in future, anytime I'm making new weekly spreads, I know exactly how many dots I need straight away. Finally, to finish the spread, I'm just drawing around some washi tape and filling it with the gold pen first and then with the shiny watercolor. So I'm gonna add one of the flower stickers, but I did find that it was so much harder to stick now, and I'm not really sure why at the moment, but I've just grabbed some PVA glue and that helped it stick down completely. And that's my grid spacing spread done. So it looks cute, but it's probably the most functional spread I have in my bullet journal. Now moving on to my future log. So I like to do 2 double page spreads with the vertical layout, and I like to have the first 6 months on the first page and then the final 6 months of the year on the back. I'm going to use this gold washi tape as an unofficial bookmark, and I got this idea from Elizabeth from Plant Based Bride. I used and loved it in my 2020 setup, so I'm going to use it for this setup as well. It's so great because I'm able to flip back and instantly find this future log spread. It's one of my most used spread in my bullet journal and it really does get full. So I'm using my trusty calendar stamps for this spread and it just makes it so quick and easy. I'm then adding some of the gold paint for the header and adding a title in just a natural brush lettering. I'm finishing the spread with the days of the week written on the header, and yeah, and that's it for my future log. I'm keeping it super simple because this page really fills up. Now moving on to my goal spread. So I'm starting by splitting the double page into 4, and I'm also thinking about where the sticker placements can go on this spread. I'm doing a simple calligraphy at the top for the goals title, and again using my favorite calligraphy pen. And I'm just drawing rectangles for the 4 goals. The 4 goals I'm tracking this year are spiritual, personal, art, and work. And that's it for the spread. Super simple, but again, a functional spread. Next, for my vision board spread, this is basically a physical version of my goal spread. I'm such a visual learner, so a spread like this just helps to motivate me and to keep me on track with my goals. So you guys have said you really want to see my vision board planning, so keep an eye out for that. That video will be out soon. And if you haven't subscribed, you want to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you don't miss it. So I've just done the simple vision text and calligraphy, and then I've got this rectangle at the bottom where I'll write board. I first filled it in with the gold pen and I'm going over it with the gold paint. Just adding the stickers and washi tape and attempting to write this board text. And I've literally just realized there's no space. So maybe I should have written the board text before I started with these doodles. But I think you guys get the point. I get the point. Of course, I know what the spread is, so it's not that deep. Next, I've got my tracker spread and I'm already flipping back to my grid spacing spread so that it helps me with how to split my page properly. This is a simple spread to keep track of the growth of my social media accounts. So I did the same spread in 2020 and it was great to have one spread to track the entire growth for the whole year. For the decorative elements, I'm just adding a gold circle to the top and then I'm filling that in with the same gold gel pen, but I'm sticking the sticker first. So I noticed that the sticker stuck better directly onto the pen in comparison to on the shiny paint. So after the sticker's down, then I'm going around it with the shiny paint and that worked so much better. So I've added a tracker's title to the top, the same simple calligraphy, and then I'm just adding my different social media accounts. So I've got my art account, my bullet journal account, my TikTok and my YouTube. To finish off the spread, I'm adding washi tape to an empty area in the top right and then these gold little circles, and each month is going to go into one of these circles. And these circles are the complete wrong sizes. I think I finally need a circle maker because I'll be drawing around candles, I'll be drawing around washi tape, but I don't have anything this small to draw around. So yeah, time to get a circle stencil, I think. So I'm doing the same thing of making the gold shinier and then adding the months, and that's it. Here's my simple tracker spread. This might be one of my favorite spreads from this setup. I don't know what it is about it, but I just love how it turned out. Whew, we made it. So the final double page spread I'll be setting up is for memory keeping and photos. So I'm starting with these gold rectangles for each month, and then I'm adding a circle to the top right of the page, adding a sticker inside, and then of course adding the shinier paint. And honestly, this literally works so much better. I wish someone had told me. So I'm just adding year and photos at the top, and once again using my acrylograph. And then I'm adding washi tape just to add a decorative element. I also don't like how faint the lines are on the sticker, so I'm just outlining it again and making it a little bit thicker. I'm using the Faber-Castell Pitt pens, and they worked perfectly over the sticker paper. So I've done the exact same thing on the back for the final 4 months of the year, and now I'm going to conclude this setup with a quote page on the right. So each year I like to have a word for the year, and my word for the year for 2020 was consistency. And honestly, this is the most consistent I've ever been in my life. Managing a few different social media pages and posting consistently on every single one, it's crazy to see how that word just helped my focus for the year. So I haven't decided on my 2021 word for the year yet, but I'm thinking along the lines of courage. So 2020 is about to be a great year for me. I already know it, I'm speaking it in faith, and I think this is the perfect time to stay steadfast in God and to take really courageous steps. So I've gone for this Bible verse, and it's from Joshua 1 verse 9. It says, "Be strong and courageous, do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." And I think this is the perfect spread to keep in mind for the whole year. So I'm just finishing the spread with some washi tape and some stickers, and whew, we're done. We made it. So here's a final flip through of my 2021 setup. I just love the gold and the floral elements. Matches the cover of the book perfectly. So please let me know what you think down in the comments. I would love to know your thoughts about this theme, and please like and please subscribe on your way out. If you need any inspiration for your own arty bullet journal spreads, I've got an entire playlist of my monthly plan with me's, and I'm sure you're going to love them. But if you need help planning your bullet journal spreads, I've got a whole video that shows the process from start to finish of how I plan each monthly spread. So check those out, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you on my next video. Goodbye.